Daniel chapter 8. In the 3rd year of the reign of Belshazzar the sovereign, a vision appeared to me, Daniel, after the one that appeared to me the first time. And I looked in the vision, and it came to be, while I was looking, that I was in the citadel of Shushan, which is in the province of Elam. And I looked in the vision, and I was by the river Ulai. And I lifted my eyes and looked, and saw a ram standing beside the river, and it had 2 horns, and the 2 horns were high, and the one was higher than the other, and the higher one came up last. I saw the ram pushing westward and northward and southward, so that no beast could stand before him, and there was no one to deliver from his hand, while he did as he pleased, and became great. And I was observing, and saw a male goat come from the west, over the surface of all the earth, without touching the ground. And the goat had a conspicuous horn between his eyes, and he came to the ram that had 2 horns, which I had seen standing beside the river, and ran at him in the rage of his power. And I saw him come close to the ram, and he became embittered against him, and struck the ram and broke his 2 horns, and there was no power in the ram to withstand him, but he threw him down to the ground and trampled on him, and there was no one to deliver the ram from his hand. And the male goat became very great, but when he was strong, the large horn was broken, and in place of it 4 conspicuous ones came up toward the 4 winds of the heavens. And from one of them came a little horn which became exceedingly great toward the south, and toward the east, and toward the splendid land. And it became great up to the host of the heavens, and it caused some of the host and some of the stars to fall to the earth, and trampled them down. It even exalted itself as high as the prince of the host, and it took that which is continual away from him, and threw down the foundation of his set-apart place. And because of transgression, an army was given over to the horn to oppose that which is continual, and it threw the truth down to the ground, and it acted and prospered. Then I heard a certain set-apart one speaking, and another set-apart one said to that certain one who was speaking, Till when is the vision concerning that which is continual, and the transgression that lays waste, to make both the set-apart place and the host to be trampled underfoot? And he said to me, For 2,300 nights, then that which is set apart shall be made right. And it came to be, when I, Daniel, had seen the vision, that I sought understanding, and see, before me stood one having the appearance of a mighty man. And I heard a man's voice between the banks of the Ulai, who called and said, Gavriel, make this man understand the vision. He then came near where I stood, and when he came I feared and fell on my face, but he said to me, Understand, son of man, for the vision is for the time of the end. And as he was speaking with me, I fell, stunned upon my face to the ground. But he touched me, and made me stand up straight, and said, Look, I am making known to you what shall take place in the latter time of the wrath, for at the appointed time shall be the end. The ram which you saw, having 2 horns, are the sovereigns of Media and Persia, and the male goat is the sovereign of Greece, and the large horn between its eyes is the first sovereign. And that it was broken, and 4 stood up in its place, are 4 rulerships arising out of that nation, but not in its power. And in the latter time of their rule, when the transgressors have filled up their measure, a sovereign, fierce of face, and skilled at intrigues, shall stand up, and his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power, and he shall destroy incredibly, and shall prosper and thrive, and destroy mighty men and the set-apart people. And through his skill he shall make deceit prosper in his hand, and hold himself to be great in his heart, and destroy many who are at ease, and even stand against the prince of princes. Yet without hand he shall be broken. And what was said in the vision of the evening and morning is truth, and hide the vision, for it is after many days. And I, Daniel, was stricken and became sick for days. Then I rose up and went about the sovereign's work, and I was amazed at the vision, but there was no understanding.